If you're looking for help fixing your Honda automobile, look no further. Our comprehensive Honda automobile repair guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and maybe show you how to repair your vehicle. Honda manufactures cars that owners have come to trust. Even trustworthy autos require occasional maintenance or repair. However, if you're in need of Honda auto repair from experienced professionals, your local auto helper can help. Dead or drained battery. One of the most common issues that can cause starting problems is a dead or nearly dead car battery. Fortunately, this is a simple issue to detect and fix. A bad battery usually results in a host of problems, depending on how drained the battery is. To tell if the problem is your battery, look at your headlights or turn on your inside overhead light. If they won't turn on or are not as bright as usual, you may have a dead battery. Try turning on your windshield wipers. If the wipers move back and forth but very slowly, then you only have a drained battery. Gather up your jumper cables and make sure a good running car is nearby. Connect the red clip on one of the cables to the red battery terminal on one of the cars. Repeat with the other red clip and red battery terminal on the other car. Connect the black clip to the black terminal on the other car's battery. Connect the other black clip to some unpainted metal nearby. Start the other vehicle, allowing it to run for about 5 minutes. Start your car. Let your car run for a while to recharge the battery. If your engine is less than 3 years old, it should charge back up fine. However, if it's an older battery, then it may not properly charge, and you should replace the battery with a new one just to be safe. Malfunctioning ignition system. Sometimes the ignition itself may malfunction. The steering lock mechanism can jam, or the ignition lock mechanism may break. Also, on newer vehicles, the system needs to be able to recognize the key electronically. You insert your key, but you can't even turn it in the ignition. The car refuses to start. First, make sure your vehicle is in park. Double check your key. If you drive more than one vehicle, you may have inadvertently mixed them up on your keychain. Also, be sure you aren't using the valet key. Next, try using a spare key, since keywear can keep the key from turning the ignition. If you can't even turn the ignition, try to wiggle the steering wheel to see if it unlocks. Finally, take your car to the mechanic if none of these solutions works. You may need a new ignition system. Clogged air filter. For an engine to start properly, it needs a precise combination of fuel and air. This balance may be disturbed due to a clogged air filter. When you turn the key, the engine acts like it wants to start. However, it does not. You can find the air filter just to the right and in the front of most engines. It's usually a large black box with a big plastic tubing on the front and back. Most air filters are held closed by screws along the lip. Use a screwdriver to remove the screws and open the box to check the white filter. If the filter is very dirty, replace it. If you can't get to a parts store, try tapping the filter on a wall or a driveway to get rid of as much dirt as possible. Replace the air filter and try starting the car again. Broken belt. Sometimes the engine won't start because you broke a belt and didn't realize it. You can check the belts yourself, but you'll need a professional to help install a new one. The car tries to start but can't. You may hear a whining noise, but the engine won't turn over. Open the hood. Carefully search around the engine for all of the round pulley wheels where the belts are normally attached. Each one should have a belt wrapped around it. Make note of any that have a lot of cracks and wear. Plan to have a mechanic replace any damaged pulley wheels. If you find one completely missing a belt, that's most likely why your engine won't start. Call a tow truck and have a professional replace the belt. Bad or loose spark plugs. One of the most difficult problems to diagnose when an engine won't start, or when it starts but coughs or runs erratically, is the electrical system. This type of problem is often, but not always, related to the spark plugs. When you try to start the car, it sputters but refuses to turn over. It may start but then stall out right away. Wait until night when it's very dark outside, or drive the car into a dark place. However, never start the car inside a closed-in space, as carbon monoxide poisoning can cause death. Open the hood. Stand in front of the engine with a flashlight while you have a friend turn on the ignition. Turn off the flashlight and watch the engine closely. If you can see very small sparks coming from the plug wires, then you know that you just need a tune-up.